this video is kind of like mixed up a little bit. I actually had to go to a funeral in which I couldn't pick up my shoe on release date, but the guys at Sneaker Politics, they were nice enough to hold my shoes until I got back from Oklahoma City to pick up these off-white Air Max 90s. So let's go ahead and check them out. What is going on, YouTube land? I am Chris Catalunya. Before we get into today's shoe review, go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Alright, let's get into it. Actually, before we get into it, I am hosting a raffle or a giveaway in which if I hit 8,000 subscribers, I will give away some of these items. So right here I have the Supreme Cat in the Hat t-shirt, a balaclava, face mask, and some Bape magazines with some accessories in them. And a lot of them have like wallets, bags, or sling bags in them. So yeah, once we hit that 8,000 subscriber mark, I'll let you know about this giveaway. And again, all you have to do is follow my Instagram and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Alright, now we can talk about the shoe. This is that collaboration between Nike and Off-White, the Air Max 90 and that Desert Ore colorway. And I was really lucky to catch this shoe. I was able to get this shoe at my local Sneaker Politics here in Austin, Texas. And unlike any other shoe store that I've been to, they don't like raffle off tickets like normal. They actually make you play games like cornhole or beer pong or stuff like that to win your shoes. So again, Sneaker Politics, check out their social media below. The Nike Off-White Air Max 90, the last of the collaborative pieces from the two companies. In this latest drop, in this last collaborative effort between the two companies, they gave us two different colorways of this shoe. They gave us an all black shoe with a white swoosh, and they also gave us this Desert Ore I am holding in my hand, and this features the Nike swoosh done up in a mango color. And many of you are wondering what's going to happen with that collaboration between Off-White and Nike, and really we don't know if there are going to be like new shoes or anything other than that. All we know is that this is going to be the last of the 10 series. And that Virgil Abloh is going to work in direct contact with Nike. My first impression of the shoe, when I saw this back in November on the blogs, I was really drawn to it. I really love Air Max 90s. They're definitely one of my favorite silhouettes from the Nike brand. And the blog showed both colors, the black one and this one, but this desert tan is definitely my favorite. Even though the black one is definitely more versatile, I'm really drawn to this shoe. Now, finally having it in hand, it's an awesome shoe, and I'm so glad I was able to cop this one. Now, in ranking the Off-White and Nike styles, my favorite models would be the Blazers, the Air Max 90 definitely come in second, and then the third would be the Jordan 1s. In ranking the Air Max 90s from the Off-White Nike collaboration, the Desert Ores would be my favorite, second would be the white ones, and then third would be the black ones. The black ones I'm just not feeling, man. This shoe actually had a release date back in January, but it actually got pushed to February 7th of 2019. And this retailed at a price point of $160 USD, at a couple dollars based on your taxes in your area. Concerning resale, the Desert Ores are going for about $500 to $600, same as the black ones, about $500 to $600. But I think the black ones, depending on the size, is doing a lot better than the Desert Ore colors. Now, in stating that this is going to be the last style coming out of the 10 series from Nike and Off-White, I do anticipate this shoe rising in price. So definitely now is probably going to be the best time to cop this shoe if you weren't able to cop it at retail. Actually, I think all of the 10 series shoes are going to increase in price. So definitely now is probably going to be the best time to cop any of these shoes. Alright, let's turn our focus onto the details of this shoe. Now looking at the upper of the shoe, it is comprised of several different materials and it's pretty cool, and being that it is an off-white shoe, it definitely plays a role into that deconstructed look. It's pretty cool to see some of that exposed foam, the different types of material like non-traditional materials being used on this shoe, and a lot of that wide stitching that is going on. It's just a really unique shoe. Both the lateral and the medial side of the shoe employ the same materials on the shoe, but they might be cut a little bit differently. On the lateral side of the shoe, towards the midsole, we have the suede panel going on and it's done up in a tan color, and we see some of that zigzag stitching going along right here. Now we also have some like faux tan going on, and it is pretty smooth to the touch. Up near the collar is some nylon meshing going on, and this is done in a tan color as well, and it features some diamond shaped lines. Separating those different materials is this Nike swoosh, which is made out of a ribbed vinyl and is done up in a mango color. And if you run your fingernail across it, you can actually feel some of that ribbing going on. And again, playing into that deconstructed look, you can see some of that zigzag threading going on, and the thread is done in that matching mango color. Now towards the top of the swoosh is this tab right here, which is signature of Off-White. So it's actually stitched only on one side of the tab and the rest is exposed or loose. And this is done in a blue turquoise color. And we also have some tan taping which separates this faux leather and this meshing right here. So it runs near the eyelets, across the swoosh, and down onto the suede panel. The medial side of the shoe is a little bit different from the lateral side of the shoe in the sense that this Nike swoosh, although it is done in that same mango color, it is actually made out of a leather material versus that vinyl ribbed plastic that is on this side of the shoe. Also on this side, and in true Off-White form, we have the Off-White paragraph that is stamped in to the side of this upper of the shoe, and this is done in a black Helvetica font. It says Off-White for Nike, Nike Air Max 90 in quotation marks, Beaverton, Oregon, USA, which is the headquarters for the Nike Corporation, and below that it says circa 1990 because this is an Air Max 90 and it was created in 1990. Moving towards the front of the shoe, the toe box is comprised of several different materials. Mainly we are focused on this tan faux leather that wraps around the toe box of the shoe, and then we get into the vamp area, which is comprised of a nylon mesh material featuring that diamond shaped lines. Now this material is actually the same material that is used at the collar area of the shoe. They employ a vamp made out of a nylon mesh material to enable breathability for your foot while it's inside the shoe. Moving up, we get into the lacing system, which employs some of the same materials. So we still have that tan faux leather going on, we have some translucent vinyl going on, and this features some like diamond shaped lines in it as well. Now punched into those materials are holes forming the eyelets for the shoelaces. The default laces are of a flat shape, a cotton build, and a tan color, so it matches really well with the tan color of the remainder of the shoe. Now, the secondary lace is actually this mango color right here, and is still of the flat shape and cotton build. Now, these laces are a little bit different. Now, towards the oglets on both of them, on this particular pair, the tan pair, we have the shoelaces done up in black Helvetica font with the quotations. On the secondary set, towards the oglets in that turquoise color, it says shoelaces inside quotation marks. Now out of the two colors, I definitely like the mango one a lot better than the tan ones. I just think this one's not loud enough. I think this one pops a little bit more, and I like that it corresponds or matches with the Nike swoosh. Oh, and in typical Off-White form, we still have that zip tie going on. Now it is done in a periwinkle color for this particular set. Now on it, it actually says Off-White CO Nike C 2017 zip tie, and this zip tie is going to be secured to the left shoe. Behind those sets of laces is the tongue, which is very well padded with a foam material, and you can see some of that foam being exposed at the end right here. Now this foam is actually sandwiched in between two pieces of nylon fabric on the top side and on the rear side. Going across the tongue are two lines of stitching going on, done up in an orange color, and on the lateral side of the shoe is this Nike label done up in white, features the Nike done up in black letters with the Nike swoosh. The heel of the shoe, so we still have some of that tan suede going on. We have some reaching towards the midsole of the shoe, and we have some towards the top right here. Now the top portion of this panel right here is actually stitched on, leaving the bottom exposed or without stitches. So you can actually flip this open, see some of that exposed foam right right here, and you'll see some of these numbers right here. These numbers and letters are printed on a TPU plate, which is like a thermoplastic material, and this TPU provides stability for your foot when it's inside. Now the numbers say HO18-MNSRUN, like men's running, -747, 9 hashtag or pound dash 12.5, saying like size 9 through 12.5, which is kind of weird because these shoes definitely go lower than a size 9. Oh, and of course that TPU plate is done in tan as well. Getting into the lining of the shoe, let's talk about the collar first. So like the tongue where we have some of that exposed foam, at the collar we still have some of that exposed foam going on, and I like how it's cut in like those peaks and valleys and whatnot. It looks pretty cool and it adheres to the foot for sure. Now this foam actually protrudes from bottom or the inside of the shoe, so both the lateral, the medial, they're well padded, and I think the heel is padded too. Yeah, the heel is padded with that foam material. Pulling the insole out, we have a tan bed of fabric laid upon a thin piece of blue foam. Now towards the heel area you'll have their like sizing label right here, and then in black it says the 10 because the shoe is still part of the 10 series by Nike and Off-White, and you still have that Off-White like arrows logo right here in black too. Alright, enough about the upper, we can talk about the midsole, which is employing an EVA foam. In this particular case, because it is a Nike shoe, it is employing Nike Phylon. It is a proprietary material. Now this is an Air Max shoe, so of course it's going to have an air unit in it, and you can see that with this air bubble right here. So it is employing some like gases and whatnot, and you can see some of the columns on the inside of the shoe, which is done up in a tan color. So with the gas and the columns inside the Nike air unit, it's supposed to be pressurized and provide some cushioning for when you make impact on the ground with your heel. And of course the midsole design is done up in the same way a Nike Air Max 90 would be. So this portion would be smooth, then we have the line slats right here near the air chamber, smooth, and then the same thing on the medial side of the shoe. Moving on to the bottom of the shoe and still playing a role into that tan all over theming, we have the outsole of the shoe, which is made out of a blown rubber material, which enables flexibility and adheres to your foot's movements. Towards the top of the shoe we have some squares or some of that waffle design going on. We have the Nike logo right here, and then it zigzags all the way to the heel of the shoe, in which we have some of these like dashes going along that. Now let's talk sizing. Typically in Nikes I get a size 8.5 US or a 9 US. In this particular model I did go ahead and get a 9, and I have a little bit of space towards the top of the shoe, so I have about a centimeter to a half centimeter from the top of my toe to the top of the shoe, which is great for me. In terms of comfort, the shoe is pretty comfortable. It doesn't feel too narrow or too wide. I do have the airflow coming in from the vamp of the shoe, employing that nylon mesh material up there, and then even getting into the midsole of the shoe, using that Nike Phylon material and using that Nike air unit that is at the heel of the shoe. Definitely the shoe, I feel like I can wear this for an entire 8-hour shift. My final thoughts on the shoe. If you watched previous videos of mine, you know that I'm not an Off-White Nike fanboy. I'm not even an Off-White fanboy. And actually I've criticized some Off-White shoes in previous videos. But this particular shoe, this Nike Off-White collaboration on the Air Max 90, this works. This shoe's design, the way they source the materials, the way they take all those materials and make it a coherent design, paying homage to that Air Max 90 shoe. This shoe, it works. Now at the $160 price point, definitely the shoe is worth that price. Now would I buy this for the resale price of $500 to $600? I'm not soaked into this environment like some people are, and honestly I don't think I could pull the trigger on the shoe at that price point. It's a cool shoe, just not for that much. Alright guys, I think this is a good stopping point for this video. What do you think about this collaboration between Nike and Off-White on the Air Max 90? What do you think about this being the last shoe, the last of the 10 series shoe from the collaboration? And what do you think about the Desert Orb versus the black ones? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my Instagram, Chris.Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And also, once we hit that 8,000 subscriber mark, I will release some prizes to you. So stay tuned and subscribe and check out the Instagram. Alright guys, I am Chris.Catalunya and we will check you next time. Cheers. Sige na.